Hi, this is Joe Wang here with more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life. Today I'll be talking about fruitfulness in not being biased. Because the thing is that a lot of times, the news, the things we read, the research we conducted, what people say in society, the norm, what norms believe in, a lot of those kind of things that we look at, that we watch, they feed into us, they feed into our brain, and a lot of times those kind of perspectives, stick to us, they cling to us, or, and sometimes, they cling to us so strong that, especially like if the norm has like just one side, a lot of times those one-sided opinions, they stick with us, and it's really hard, to change. It's really hard to change our perspective, to see a different side. So today I'll be talking about something in which me and my parents, we have, it has been a struggle. It's been a struggle, and how I, help them to understand and become less biased. So the thing is that earpods, whenever I do my chores, whenever I, do an assignment, whether it's, writing up an essay, or like even like doing research or just looking up things online, or, I've always had earpods on. And the thing is that I always have earpods on while listening to my music. And my parents, they're always unsupportive of me doing that. Because the thing is, they always say that, you shouldn't have these on. You're not aware of, the surroundings and all those different stuffs. What if you're just like having it on, walking down the street, jogging or stuff, and then there's this guy that just comes and, steals your stuffs, or you're not aware of any danger or whatever it is, and the thing is that yes, I see their point. Yes, there are incidences, real life incidences in which earpods became a danger to people. There are different stories where, like I still remember the story that happened a few years back where this teenager was just, jogging on the railroad tracks, though I don't know why he's jogging on the railroad tracks, and a train just comes and was honking at him, and he didn't hear the honks, and then the train had to just run over this teenage boy. Like there are those incidences where earpods became a danger for people who use them. And the thing is that I understand that, that from their point, but the thing is that I don't usually use earpods all the time for my music. The thing is that for my parents, they're not big, like they're not crazy about, they don't love music they do love music, but they're not those type of people who would have music on all the time. Like they do listen to music, they do listen to music, but it's never like it's never the norm for them to put music in the background while working on stuffs, while doing daily routines or daily responsibility. That's not how they roll. They would that's not how they roll. They would just like sometimes they would just give a designated time to just sit down and sing, whether it's listen to music or sing. But like listening to music is just something that's like that's like part of their daily thing. It's like part of their to-do list. To-do list on certain days, not even every day. It's part of their their thing. It's part of their thing that's on their list. While for me, listening to music, I can be listening to music while I'm at the gym. I can be listening to music while I'm driving in my car. I can be listening to music while I'm reading or writing. I can be, and the list goes on and on. Like music for me is just like a background. Something to feed in, in the background. But for them, that's not their thing. And hence, sometimes when I put music, well, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that recently, but I mean, even a while back when sometimes in the mornings, I just need to have those music on, those worship songs, to be playing just to clear my mind, to have to clear my emotions, and sometimes for them that's too much, because for them, like in the morning a lot of times, or even during the day, they see music as noise, they see music as disturbance, they just want it to be quiet, to be peaceful, to not have any of those, and the thing is that today, as I was cleaning up, as I was cleaning up, the tables for breakfast, the thing is that I was taking the dishes to there and about to start, to kind of like just wash the dishes when my mom, when my mom and dad, they're always unsupportive of earpods. They're always against it. They decided today to try to prove to me that having earpods on, you're not aware of the surroundings. Therefore, it's dangerous. It's dangerous in case there's something happening and you not even know. And the thing is, they try to call me many times, and finally tap on my shoulder and just tell me how I couldn't hear them, I couldn't hear what they say, and it's so dangerous, it's so dangerous. What if you go outside and something happens, and to me that's all all valid points. But then the thing is that I don't use earpods all the time. When I listen to music in my car, I usually plug my phone with an aux cable and just blast it through my radio. When I'm at the when my parents are not at home, I would sometimes use my Bluetooth speaker, or even like use my TV, because my TV has Spotify and just play music from there. The only times when I use my earpods to listen to music is when I don't want the people around me to be disturbed. And for them saying that, when I'm outside, I rarely use them because first of all, I go to the gym. I don't really go jogging around the neighborhood too much. I usually would just go to the gym and work out. And the thing is that when I am outside, like either jogging or hiking, it's usually with my friends. Usually I'm with my friends, and when I'm with company, when I'm with other people, like especially my friends, usually we're busy being together, we're enjoying our time together, that I wouldn't be listening to my music, wouldn't be putting earpods, in and listening to my music. I wouldn't be doing that because I'll be just busy, keeping company with my friends. And the thing is that my parents, they saw me in the morning doing that, and they always concerned. They have been warning me multiple times. But the thing is that I never really told them, never really try to give them the good side about earpods. And I never did that, and they just always stayed by saying that earpods are not a good thing. AirPods are not a good thing. What's the point of it? It's not a good thing. They always label it as the negative effects without any positive effects. And then today I finally told them saying that, usually when I put them on, is that I don't want it to be a disturbance to them. I don't want it to be, a disturbance. Earpods are good, for good when the surroundings they don't want music on, which my parents they don't always like to have music on, and you yourself wants to listen to music on your own, then you can still enjoy your music while other people are just doing their stuffs. I told them this, and then they finally understood that I don't use earpods 24 hours. I don't use that. I don't use the earpods all the time. Whenever I'm in my car, I'll use my aux cable. Whenever they're not at home, I would sometimes just use my my Bluetooth speaker because the thing is that when they're not at home, there's no I don't have any. It's not like I have to keep the music to myself because no one else is there. I'm at a house by myself. So I told them all of this, and then finally they said they got it. That they got it. They see the good side of having earpods. They see that earpods are beneficial. So the thing is that a lot of times when we're fed by the society, fed by what other people say, the other people's opinions, when people tell us their opinions and the society tells us certain stuff and the news and whatever it is, a lot of times it becomes our thinking and sometimes it would cause us to become very biased. But then the thing is that it's really important. I learned today from my parents that it's really important that no matter if you are for something or against something, to always see the other side. Always see the other side, where other people are coming from. Like for example, my parents. They might not ever use earpods, even though they understand why I use them. They most likely won't ever use it. I mean, it'll be surprising if they one day use them, but I don't think they would ever use them. But at least they see that they see that there's also good to it. That's what's most important, to see what's good to it and also accept people who are using them. Even if you yourself don't use them. Because the thing is that it's never good, to ignore the negative effects, but it's never good to avoid the good parts of it either. A lot of people they say that, just focus on the good, don't focus on the bad. But for this situation, for anything, I would say, the good part, the pros and cons are both important. Accept both the pros and the cons. Accept both of them. And life would just be so much fruitful that way. So yeah, this is all I have for today. If you want to know more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.